Well, g'day there traders right around the world. Thanks a lot for joining me on this Monday afternoon market recap. As you can see, really mixed signals today across all three of the US markets. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was down about 25 points. The Nasdaq was up about 8 points and the S&P was pretty much flat today. You can see here we have a spinning top doji candlestick on the S&P, really reflecting that indecision taking place at these higher pivot points. This all-time high resistance level on the S&P 500. The Dow Jones Industrial Average had a bit of a spinning top, again reflecting indecision in the overall market, a little bit of an inside day sell signal taking place on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And when we have a look at the Nasdaq, it's almost a shooting star candlestick. It's very close to a textbook shooting star. It does have a little bit of a lower wick, but this is really indicating at least some selling pressure coming in on the Nasdaq up at this significant pivot point going back to September 2014 also. It appears we have gapped over that resistance level. It would not surprise me to see the Nasdaq anyway come back and fill this gap before continuing higher. This also fits into the hypotheses that we want to see the market sustain and hold these upper levels to really, I guess, confirm that the bulls want to make this market or trade this market higher. At the moment, it is sort of overextended to the upside. We're waiting for that significant pullback, or at least that little controlled pullback down to one of these two support areas, and where these exponential moving averages start to interact with price before we start getting carried away on overly bullish trades. Now, one trade in particular which is doing very, very well for students is Twitter. That is actually on the bearish side. We spoke about this bearish gap, this reversal gap taking place, and the potential to short below $41.60. I just wanted to say congratulations to students who placed this trade in our pro class last week. It has worked out very, very well, down about 2.5% or $1.26 today. It looks as if possibly tomorrow we are going to hit our first target down here at $39.35. That's really the mover and shaker in Monday's trading session when we at least refer to our top 13 individual trade list. Other stocks are starting to move. You can see Amazon getting a doji candlestick at that resistance level. That is something which we are starting to expect. Baidu seeing a little bit of a pullback down about $2.20. Nothing considerable yet, but it's acting the way we expect it to. Caterpillar starting to see a bearish engulfing candlestick. You can see how this is starting to materialize with time. I'm not going to go into the trade specifics. That, of course, is held for the students in that weekend class, but you all know what I'm talking about. Disney, again, very close to earnings. There's no particular trade on this one. FAS appears to be breaking out higher, which is interesting. Facebook, pardon me, I was going to say FAS again, but Facebook, bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. You can see the trade set up. This looks as if it wants to come down and retest this old support level around $42.22. Students, please pay attention to that rising trend line. That is, of course, going to influence the current market price of Facebook incredibly. If we start breaking down below that, boy, that's going to be an incredible short. If we start bouncing off from this, remember what I said about this upper target and what we can start doing to it once we see confirmation. Google gap down today, a little bit of a doji candlestick taking place right at that 50 exponential moving average. Again, these things are starting to confirm. Look at this trade on Halliburton. You can see this bearish piercing pattern, gapped up originally, but traded down during the trading session. Congratulations if you're still in this trade. It is a break even, but it looks as if these two targets, I'm telling you, it looks as if this is starting to roll over, and you can start to see these things play out with time. Netflix today was down a little bit. You can see that hesitantly placed bullish trigger at 396.50. I'm still looking at that 371.90. Interesting candlestick inside day, showing a little bit of selling pressure in Netflix. Starbucks, nothing really to note about. A little bit of a spinning top candlestick right in between those two resistance levels. Tesla has earnings coming out, I do believe, on Wednesday, so this isn't really a stock that we are trading for this week. And of course, I've referenced Twitter moving down $1.26, about 2.5%, and how a lot of students are in puts on this particular trade down to $39.35. Next entry, $37.46. This might happen very, very quickly. So this was a pretty fast, a little bit of a quick Monday afternoon market recap. If you want any specific trades, please write them down in the comments section. I can and I will try to address those moving forward. If you have any potential stock picks which you're looking at and you want at least my own personal, I guess, look or insight into how they're behaving and looking technically, please do so. I'm willing to do so for you. Other than that, I've been pretty busy speaking with a lot of students over the phone lately. If you want to schedule a call, email me success@pivotpoint-trading.com. Even if you are not a current student, please email me, schedule a call, and I'm happy to meet you, understand what you want to achieve in the markets, how I can help you get there through using technical analysis as a good tool set. All the best, ladies and gentlemen. I'll catch you all Tuesday afternoon for another market update and individual stock update. All the best. Goodbye.